Good afternoon. Phil Lindemann with your news from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery on Krystal 93. A Summit County con artist was picked up in California recently, and today he was back in local court on multiple charges spanning at least 3 years. James Power is accused of identity theft and more in Summit and Montrose. Local records claim he booked thousands of dollars in vacation rentals with stolen credit cards and then stole hundreds more from the rentals themselves. Disgraced local judge Mark Thompson is suspended, but not fired, for a recent criminal conviction. Earlier this year, Thompson pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor for threatening his stepson with a rifle. Colorado Supreme Court believes his actions undercut confidence in the justice system. The court has ordered a 30-day suspension starting mid-October. 34-year-old Jesus Artica of Leadville has pleaded guilty to shooting and killing his girlfriend last year. A judge sentenced Artica to 36 years. His rap sheet is a long one: domestic violence, assault, and theft. He was on parole at the time. A midday traffic stop last week ended with a felony DUI for a local man. In Colorado, a fourth DUI is a felony with mandatory jail time. The same day, a Dillon man earned at least 6 charges for domestic violence and breaking a restraining order. The day before, a man was charged with trespassing and illegal license plates. He's still wanted. A former concrete plant in Silverthorne will soon be a storage facility. Demolition crews and earth movers are stripping clean a hillside just east of exit 205 across the road from Alpine Lumber at the base of Silverthorne Hill. The storage facility will be 3 stories tall with over 800 units. Much of Silverthorne was plunged into digital darkness this morning. Around 9:30, Comcast TV and internet service was severed to thousands of businesses and homes. The outage stretched from 6th Avenue north to the far edge of town. No word yet on the cause. Calls to Comcast were not returned. Just how much water do we have to give up to keep the lights on and the toilets flushing?
The Bureau of Reclamation told the 7 Colorado River Basin states that they had to come up with 2 to 4 million acre feet in additional conservation to keep lakes Powell and Mead above certain critical elevations used to generate hydropower. And that is just an enormous amount of water.
That was Heather Sackett with Aspen Journalism. A few summers of steady rain will not make up the difference, and voluntary conservation plans are being ignored.
The Gila River Indian community and the city of Tucson have said that they are not going to leave part of their water in Lake Mead after all, even though they had previously agreed to do so.
The vast majority of water in the West goes to agriculture, 80%. Paying farmers to use less water has support from 4 states, including Colorado, but not California.
A lot of fingers have been pointed at California, saying, well, they have the biggest allocation of water and they're not contributing anything. They're not taking any cuts. But that's what the law allows. California has some of the biggest and oldest water rights. 3
states have now ignored a federal deadline for conservation goals, and the feds did nothing in response.
In the past, threats from the federal government have been enough to get the basin states to all cooperate, and now it seems like that's faltering a little bit.
The pressure to conserve is now on water utilities like Denver Water, owner of Lake Dillon. Spokesman Jose Salas explains a new partnership with 6 other utilities.
The memorandum of understanding that just came out about a few days ago focuses on knowing and understanding efficient water use or landscapes, knowing that there's some inefficient landscaping around metropolitan areas.
Sackett, with Aspen Journalism, has reviewed that memorandum.
The MOU does not include a specific amount of water savings that these municipalities are committing to, so it's unclear if these commitments will result in them diverting less water from the Colorado River.
Urban planners statewide are moving away from grass in favor of rocks, sand, and shrubs. Another water use wildcard is population growth.
Municipalities have done a lot, but as the population in the West continues to grow, it does seem like there will be a limit to how much water conservation can do.
Recent statewide rain has protected Lake Dillon, where Denver Water is pulling half as much as it did in July. But diversions that month were at a 4-year high. Local fire danger remains low today, with no fire restrictions here in Summit. In sports, the Rockies open a series with the Braves today at 5:20. And in local sports, brought to you by Red Mountain Autos at their new location on Airport Road, Summit High Girls Volleyball plays West Grand at home today. The Tigers golf team has been out at Gypsum Creek. Phil Lindemann with your news from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery on Krystal 93.